Very good. If possible, I'd like to go through just a few points on the founder journey to date in case it helps other founders, and then I'll jump into the pitch, some of
Please
which
do.
you've already seen if you've watched the YouTube videos. If not, go do that or check out the founder Discord. Just to recap, I'm not at 100% today for a couple of reasons, but you're not always going to get perfect conditions, and that's okay. Like this is the thing. You'll know your business and you'll be able to represent it well most of the time. Here's hoping I do the same today. We're now at a point where we've been raising for about a year off a pitch deck, and we've got like a bit of traction. So here's a few mistakes that you can learn that I made incorrectly. Perseverance is a big one. Iterate on your pitch deck. The big one is also know your audience, whether that's to the investors or to whom your product or service is for. Remember, the human is a big one. This goes both ways, like whether they might be having a bad day at the same time. Investors can also have a huge amount of pitch decks to sift through, and not to be mean or negative or despondent if you get a rejection or something like that. Yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff. Maybe I'll share it in the Discord afterwards, but there's one just extra one I wanted to share because some of you had reached out to me on the Discord about this. When it comes to neurodivergency and entrepreneurship, it's something just to be very mindful of. If you do have something that you're living with, there is usually a superpower attached, but you do have to be responsible and in control of it if you can. I myself am living with bipolar type 2, which is what one of the people reached out to check in about. I think there's some really cool superpowers with that. So I'm in control of it now for about 7 years, all good. The superpower, I think, in my case, is that I can empathize with what feeling good and feeling bad is like, which is very useful for servant leadership. Now, I know people with ADHD have other superpowers and so on, but be sure that you're getting the help that you need first, because you might make mistakes that are a bit out of your control otherwise, and you might miss opportunities for that. So I've made a few mistakes in the past before I knew what was going on, and just a reminder, look after yourself and understand yourself better. It's good life experience is going to make you a better pitcher and a better business person going forwards. Anyway, enough of that. I'll actually get on to the fun and exciting stuff now. Just give me a moment to share my window.